This is the mass airflow sensor off my 2021 Mazda MX-5. Join me today as I remove and clean this sensor, as well as the air filter. Here is where the mass airflow sensor lives, behind the air filter housing, before the air hose, and in line in front of the electronic throttle body. In order to remove it, I must disconnect the sensor wire and remove the two screws that secure it to the housing. This clip requires thumb pressure to release the lock. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, removal of the two screws is all that is needed to separate the sensor from the housing. I'm using caution here because the sensor is quite fragile and could be damaged easily. Mazda has designed their sensor with the heater wires hidden inside this plastic block and relies on passages to direct the airflow within the block. I'm using a cleaner specifically designed for cleaning these MAF sensors. The fluid evaporates quickly, but more importantly, leaves no residue after drying. I'm giving this sensor a liberal dose of cleaning fluid, ensuring that the spray gets into each of the openings. In order to remove the air filter housing lid, I have to undo this hose clamp and remove the hose. This hose is the coolant overflow hose connecting the thermostat housing to the coolant overflow reservoir. Moving the hose out of the way allows for easier removal of the airbox lid. The lid has two spring clips holding it down on the left-hand side, one in the front and one in the back. In order to move the lid fully out of the way, I'm disconnecting the air hose from the lid by first loosening the clamp. I then just slip the air hose off the lid. Flipping the lid out of the way gives me access to the air filter. For the most part, this filter seems to be clean. I just have to remove the occasional wasp and fly carcass. I am, however, comfortable to use this filter again for another season. A few sharp hits against the wall takes care of the creatures. The right-hand side of the lid is held in with two tabs that fit into two slots. Reassembly is just the reverse steps. It's been about 20 minutes now, so I'm sure that the MAF sensor is dry and ready to go back in. The cleaning of both these items helps to increase fuel mileage without costing a lot of money. And so, that was my take on cleaning the mass airflow sensor on my car. Thank you for joining me today behind the red door.